Yes, people, what's going on? Hope we're all good. Sorry this video is not going to be absolute peak levels, but I'm not very well. I need to do this video for you guys because I know you give me a lot of support, and it's just one of those things, unfortunately. Anyway, we're in a good mood. The Miami Dolphins have won. It's been a good week for me in terms of football and American football, or football and soccer, for you that are watching from America. Let's just get straight into it. I'm not going to waste that much time at all. It was a terrible game. It was a really, really terrible game. So many things were wrong with it. And you know, let's go for the touchdowns very quickly. Tyler Lockett puts them 7-0 up, or 7-0 up. It's annoying. You know, it's annoying. I had him in my fantasy team as well. I had him on the bench, which was a bit annoying. But then he gets ejected, so we'll come into that in a minute. It's annoying. It's a good run from him, to be fair. It's bad coverage. It is what it is. It's one of those ones. It was the wrong person, wrong time. They just made the most of it. But they didn't score after that. They didn't even really come close to scoring after that. They had a missed field goal, which penalty led them to be so far back. We obviously then got our touchdown through Mike Gesicki, and then there was a lot of kicks going on. I think it was 4 from 4 for Jason Sanders, I think, today, which obviously great. We finishes 19-7 to the Dolphins. Oh, we're already chill, really happy. Xavier Howard gets another interception. Nick Needham gets one at the end to kill the game off, pretty much. It wasn't perfect. I'm pretty sure Tua had over 300 yards passing, which is great. The first time he's done that for the Dolphins, I believe. So I'm really quite happy about it. You know, Tua is not the finished article just yet. We didn't play well first half at all. We went in at half time a point behind. But Tua comes out second half and really makes the most of it. Let's get into the real talking points. So the referees and all the officials for me today were absolutely dreadful on multiple different things. I'm going to talk about two incidents very quickly. Let's go for their touchdown that was then disallowed because I thought, was it an interception or was it a drop? I can't remember what it was. Either way, it was brought back, and it was. Oh, it was the fumble that we all thought was an incomplete pass. Yeah, of course it was. Sorry. The fumble that everyone thought was an incomplete pass and eventually got called back for as well, which is the right call. But the officiating team, they said, oh, we'll let it go to New York. Maybe that's good practice, but it was a real opportunity for someone to get incredibly hurt there. And it took a lot of time to get it sorted where it shouldn't have done. And it was really quite annoying. I think if the refs on all the officials had a bit more, there's no other way to say it, if they had bollocks on them, you know, a real pair of bollocks on them, they'd have made the call there and then. But I just felt like it was a very weird officiating team today, and I didn't think that anyone did particularly well. Devontae Parker, his catch, the one that hit the ground and then they ran on and continued and whatever, it went in our favour. Both those calls did, but still shouldn't be taking that long to do. He could have very easily run in for a touchdown, or could have run in and got himself seriously hurt for no reason. If you would have just actually, again, had a pair of bollocks, you could have been able to go and really grab hold of the game, because that's what it needed. It was a fiery, feisty game, and both sidelines knew that. 5 players got ejected out of it. Jakeem Grant gets hit twice, and maybe you'll say it's good special teams. I mean, helmet-to-helmet contact, it's lowering the helmet to initiate contact. There's so many different things. Xavier Howard and Tyler Boyd get both ejected for not throwing punches. I mean, there's pushing kind of thing. But those two offensive, both on Jakeem Grant. If you didn't get the first one, you get the second one, and he didn't get either, and he stayed in the game for the entirety of the time. A mass brawl broke out. Devontae Parker and Hollins got ejected for us. I can't remember who it was that got ejected for them. To be honest, I think the officials, they did well to deal with all the adversity and all the problems that were going on. Did they? Did they really? Or did they just not have control of it, and then they want to say, oh, well done? So many people could have been ejected on that, and you want to keep, of course, the quality of the game there and whatever. But it's also small little things. Let's talk about the official from the Bengals staff, who managed to go straight up and put his hand in, I think it's Devontae Parker's face, to try and get his player away. Don't put your hands in the face of an opponent. You know, that's fine. Sorry, should not be doing that. You don't put your hands in the face of an opponent. Done and dusted. Don't go anywhere near it. You end up getting trampled on the floor. Good, he deserved it. But the actual game itself was an absolute shambles, really. It went on for way too long, and it could have been under control for a hell of a lot sooner, but it is what it is, you know. We come away with the win. It was a bit backwards and forwards, a couple of really good sacks, a lot of penalties, and that's something that we obviously don't do with the Dolphins. We don't give away penalties stupidly. But we did enough to win the game, of course, that's the main thing. I'm going to wrap this video up because I don't want to be doing it for too long. Sorry, guys, I am unwell. Look, this is now, what is it, 8 wins for us. We're guaranteed to finish plus 500 or 500 or 500 plus. So I'm really quite happy. We've got a real tough stretch of games during the run-in. But realistically, I think if we can win 2 of the last 4, I think we're in the playoffs. Especially if that one win or one of those 2 wins comes against or 2 of those. To be fair, if we manage to beat the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills, Buffalo will be a bit more of a tough one. I think we're in, and I think we've got a really good chance of winning the division. The only problem with that is we have to then rely on Buffalo dropping 2 losses to the Patriots. I think it is. They play someone twice. I can't remember who it is. Either way, they've got a much better record than we have. And it looks like they're going to do us on that, but it is what it is. So yeah, look, if the Dolphins make the playoffs, brilliant. If we can't, then we don't. But I think this is I do think this is a playoff caliber team. We just need to make sure we can get everyone back, fit, healthy, ready to go. It was really good today. The run game was a bit iffy, and I keep banging on about it. We do need a better run game. Myles Gaskin helped, but he can't do it all by himself. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. And also, I find everything's very telegraphed with him. It's very easy to clock where he's going to go very early doors. But there we are. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Sorry, guys, again. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you are new around here, do make sure you like, share and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next week when hopefully I'm a little bit better. Take care, stay safe, fins up. Get in. Good win. Good win.